Archangel Michael says, open your heart with awareness because the past you tried to forget is now circling back with revelations that will leave you speechless. She has remained silent for years, but silence can only hold back truth for so long before it bursts forth with urgency. You once trusted her, perhaps even forgot about her, but now her footsteps are tracing back toward you with something you never expected. There's a shift in the spiritual air around you, an old energy trying to make contact. A woman you once considered part of your life, now walks toward you with hidden knowledge that can no longer remain hidden. What she carries is not just a confession, it is a key to why certain things fell apart in your life without reason. This is not a random encounter or coincidence, it is divinely timed. You were never meant to carry the confusion of that season forever, and now a door is unlocking. The moment she speaks, something inside of you will stir, a strange mix of memory, fear, and the start of closure. Archangel Michael says, what has been covered for years is now commanded to rise into your light. Her presence will feel both familiar and uncomfortable, as if time folded in on itself. But don't push this away, this woman is returning because heaven allowed it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She is not just bringing words, she is bringing evidence, physical or emotional, that will connect the missing dots. Years ago, you were surrounded by people who smiled in your face but held secrets behind your back. She knows about those secrets because she was part of them either by action, silence, or guilt. Her eyes will show a mix of shame and urgency. She didn't return for sympathy, she returned because something happened in her life that made her realize she had to cleanse her soul. And the only way to do that is to tell you everything before it becomes too late. Your name was brought up in a conversation recently, a private one you had no idea was happening. That's what triggered her return. It was like the universe called her forward as a messenger. Now she must reveal what she saw, what she knew, and what she regrets. Don't let your emotions blind you when she speaks. There will be temptation to be angry, to feel betrayed all over again, but that will delay your healing. Listen, observe, and let her carry the weight of the truth she avoided for so long. Type Amen to get blessing 448. Some of the things she tells you may shake your understanding of past events. You may find out who truly sabotaged your opportunities or who spoke behind closed doors to block your progress. You may learn that she had feelings for someone close to you and out of jealousy, she made a silent move that affected your path. The pain you felt for no reason now has a name. That moment in your life where you kept asking why. It now has a voice returning to explain, it was never you. It was never your failure. It was her silence that allowed the damage to continue. You will be shocked at how she knew so much yet said so little. She might even bring up a specific date, a location, or a sentence you once said that broke her. This is when you must stay grounded because what's coming is not just a truth, it's a spiritual detox. She didn't come to fix everything. She came to release everything. And in that release, you too will find your peace. This encounter may last only minutes, but its effects will last lifetimes. Type Amen to get blessing 529. There is also something she wants to return to you. It may be a physical item. Something she took or something that was meant for you but never arrived. She's been carrying the guilt of possessing what never belonged to her. She might even reveal that someone paid her or persuaded her to stay quiet about something that involved your family. that truth will not just shock you. It will open the gates of divine justice. The people who thought you'd never find out are now being exposed. Archangel Michael says, this truth was buried, but heaven unearthed it because you deserve to be free. This woman may tremble while speaking, but don't underestimate the power behind her words. You are protected even in the absence of knowing. Forgiveness is not for her, it's for your own release. Whether you choose to forgive or not, the truth must still be received. You will feel the atmosphere shift when she leaves. It will feel like a spiritual cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 612. You might start to remember details you once forgot. Memories will come flooding back, but now with clarity instead of confusion. You will start to understand why you were misunderstood, why you were isolated, and why certain people turned on you. She was not the only one involved, but she is the first to come forward. Her courage is the ripple effect that will now begin to reveal others. More names will follow, more messages will arrive, and the truth will start to pour like rainfall. You might not have all the answers in one day. But this encounter is the beginning of truth manifesting over your life in waves. Don't block it, don't question it, just receive it and let it settle into your spirit. Even if you don't respond immediately to her confession, your silence will speak for you. She knows what she's done, and the universe has already set the path for you to rise, free from the shadows of her silence. Type Amen to get blessing 774. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She may mention a man connected to both of you. This man may have been the reason she distanced herself, possibly out of guilt, rivalry, or manipulation. Now that he is no longer in the picture or has revealed his own truth, she feels safe to speak. There are pictures, notes, or recordings she may show you. Something you never knew existed. When you see them, your heart may feel heavy, but your mind will finally be at peace. You will no longer wonder why things turned out the way they did. Sometimes divine justice delays so that the full truth can be revealed all at once. That's what this moment is, an unraveling. She is the thread being pulled, and the entire fabric of deception will now fall apart. Don't be surprised if someone else contacts you after this meeting. Her confession will set off a spiritual alarm in others who were involved. And one by one, they will start to come forward, either to confess, defend, or distance themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 845. You may feel exhausted after this encounter, but that's a good sign. It means your body, soul, and spirit are processing the release. Drink water, rest, and allow the energy to realign in your favor. What's coming next will be restoration. Your name will be cleared. Your path will feel open again, as if the blockage you couldn't see has finally lifted. This woman's truth is not just about the past, it is about your future. Once the truth is released, you are no longer spiritually tied to her karma. You are being unchained. Archangel Michael says, stay calm when the moment arrives. You don't need to prepare, your spirit already knows this day is coming. You've been sensing it, that something is returning from long ago. Type Amen to get blessing 993. After her truth is shared, blessings will follow. Your heart will make space again for joy, peace, and unexpected breakthroughs. People who once doubted you will begin to apologize or realign with your energy. she won't ask for anything in return. She's doing this because her own life began to fall apart under the weight of secrecy. And you were always part of the healing she needed to begin. When she walks away, you'll feel something heavy lifting off your back. That's the power of truth, it clears what no apology ever could. And you will step forward not as a victim of the past, but as the victorious soul who was strong enough to survive it. Let her words be the closing chapter to the confusion. Let her return be the beginning of something purer, lighter, and holier in your life. You are not being haunted, you are being healed. Type Amen to get blessing 1008. Let it be known, from this day forward, the past has no hold over you. Let the truth come, let it shake you, let it free you. You were chosen not to suffer in silence, but to rise in truth and power. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You are stepping into a new version of your destiny. One that no longer carries betrayal in its shadow. Her return marks the final untying of that spiritual knot that's held you back long enough. Let peace settle in your home. Let clarity rise in your heart, and let the heavens open the doors that were once sealed by lies. Type Amen to get blessing 1181. Archangel Michael says, the chains that once kept your blessings delayed are now breaking in the presence of truth. This woman's arrival is more than emotional, it is spiritual correction in action. When she came forward, heaven began unlocking what was once paused in your life. Opportunities that were hidden will start surfacing unexpectedly. People who once ignored you will suddenly begin speaking your name again. With respect this time. All because the energy tied to your past has shifted by the release of this long-held secret. She might not be the woman you once knew. Time, guilt, and divine intervention have changed her spirit. But don't let her appearance distract you from the message she came to deliver. You will see the shift in her demeanor. You'll know she carries this truth not out of pride but from a need to cleanse herself. She's walking away from darkness and into light, and she must pass through you to do so. Type Amen to get blessing 1274. You are not just receiving information, you are receiving divine justice. You are not just hearing a story, you are witnessing karma correct its course. What was stolen energetically will now begin returning to you. She may mention dreams she's had, visions, or signs that kept her up at night. Angelic guidance has been pressing her heart, urging her to come clean. Her soul cannot rest until she delivers this message. You were protected even in her silence. You were carried even when no one defended you. And now you are about to walk freely, no longer burdened by false blame or confusion. When she begins to cry, let her. It's not your job to comfort her but to understand how deep this guilt goes. And how long heaven has waited for this day to come. Type Amen to get blessing 1349. There is also a name she might reveal, someone you trusted. Someone close. When that name is spoken, you'll feel the echo of betrayal, but also the confirmation. That's when you'll know this is no lie. You've always sensed something didn't make sense back then. You carried that feeling for years, buried beneath your smile. Now, every piece is aligning, and it will be impossible to deny. She might tell you she saw something in writing, a contract, a message, or a legal agreement you never knew about. This document may have altered the course of your path, but now, it's being brought into the light. You are not powerless in this situation. You are chosen to receive the truth, and that is one of the highest blessings. Most never receive it. But you will. Type Amen to get blessing 1411. After this, be ready for unexpected phone calls or visits. Others who were part of the situation will feel the ripple of truth. They will either run or rise. You must simply remain steady. Some may offer apologies. Others may stay silent, ashamed. You are not required to accept or reject either, just to keep walking forward in clarity. This is the divine cleanup of your past. This is the time when secret lose power. This is when your name is spiritually washed of all unjust accusation. Blessings that were once blocked will begin to move swiftly. Delays will turn into decisions, and obstacles into open doors. The truth is the key. And now you have it in your hand. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. This woman may also share how her life began falling apart after what happened. The wrong done to you became the seed of destruction in her own journey. It's not your revenge, it's divine balance. Heaven does not punish with cruelty, it corrects with perfect timing, and this is that hour. You are not being avenged with hate, you are being vindicated with truth. Everything she reveals will bring more than explanation, it will bring release. You won't need to argue, defend, or prove yourself anymore. The truth is doing all the work for you. Prepare to feel a spiritual lift so heavy it may surprise you. You've grown so used to carrying the weight of confusion that lightness might feel unfamiliar at first. But it is yours. And it is permanent. Type Amen to get blessing 1689. This woman may even mention that someone watched you from a distance after the damage. They observed your resilience, your silence, your survival, and they realized you were never the problem, you were the target. You were chosen for pain because you carry divine favor. But now, you are chosen for peace because your endurance has been seen. You didn't retaliate, you rose. That's why heaven is responding with reward. Every moment of sadness that followed that chapter is being counted, and those tears were not wasted, they watered the ground of your future harvest. Now the season is changing. What once confused you is now becoming your crown. What once hurt you is now preparing to lift you. And the people who once whispered about you will now have to watch you shine. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. This woman may try to explain her reasons: fear, manipulation, peer pressure, jealousy. But it's not her reasons that matter now. It's her confession, and it's your freedom. She'll walk away lighter. And you'll stand taller, because truth doesn't just break chains, it builds new paths. Let the emotions flow when she's gone. Don't hold them in. This moment was meant to purge the remnants of a past you didn't deserve. Let the silence afterward be holy. Let it surround you with knowing, you are no longer in the dark. Type Amen to get blessing 1892. You'll begin to notice divine signs, unexpected favor, quick approvals, financial openings, even sudden reconnections. This is not coincidence, it's confirmation. Truth breaks open blessings that were frozen. You will sleep better. You'll feel peace returning to your body, your home, your relationships. The spiritual atmosphere has changed, and your name is being spoken in heavenly places. Archangel Michael says, "The woman who once walked in shadows has now delivered what the angels have waited to bring to your awareness. she will fade again into the background, but her presence was only part of a divine transaction. Now it's done. Close the chapter with strength, open the new one with grace. You are no longer waiting for justice, it has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 1999, you will no longer carry what doesn't belong to you. You are cleared, cleansed, and consecrated for the next stage of your journey. Let truth be your companion, and peace your reward. The days ahead will be filled with unexpected blessings. You will not need to chase anything, what's yours will begin arriving. You were delayed, but never denied, and now, because the truth has finally come, you are free. You are seen, you are elevated. You are stepping into the version of yourself that was hidden beneath the lies. Type Amen to get blessing 2222, that woman was once close enough to know your dreams, your weaknesses, and your heart. But she allowed envy to harden her spirit, and that decision took her down a road of darkness. It wasn't until that road collapsed beneath her feet that she finally turned around. She didn't return to ask for friendship. She didn't return for love, forgiveness, or comfort. She returned because a divine force would not let her rest until she spoke the truth. You may not realize it now, but her visit was prophesied in the spiritual realm long ago. Before you even understood betrayal, your angels had already prepared the moment of your release. And now, everything is unfolding exactly how it was written. Type Amen to get blessing 2344. She may give you names. Names of those who work together behind your back. She may even admit to listening in on your private life, watching your movements, or influencing others with lies. You'll feel shock, but not surprise. Your spirit has always known. When she finishes, you might feel drained, or even numb. That's because your body is catching up to what your soul already accepted. You were never abandoned, you were being protected in silence. Even the way she looks at you now has changed. She doesn't see weakness, she sees strength she never had. That's why she's returning in confession while you stand in resurrection. The scales are balanced now. The energy she once stole with her silence is returning multiplied. Everything is shifting, everything is aligning. Type Amen to get blessing 2447. You will find yourself remembering moments that didn't make sense until now, a text that never came, a meeting that was cancelled, a friend who suddenly turned cold. These were the signs, but you were still in the storm. Now you've come out of it. Now the air is clear, and now every silent piece has a voice. You may not get an apology from everyone. Some people will never admit what they did, but you don't need their words. Heaven's judgment is already sealed. And the one who did return, the woman who carried this truth, has done her part. She will walk away with peace, but what she leaves behind is power. The power to heal. The power to rebuild. The power to finally let go. Type Amen to get blessing 2595. You will not be the same after this. You will notice your energy rising, your ideas expanding, and your inner peace deepening. That's because your soul has space again, no longer weighed down by invisible grief. The truth doesn't just clear the past, it fuels the future. Watch how things begin to move quickly now. What was held back is coming to you without resistance. New faces will enter your life, people divinely sent to bring restoration. Old dreams will come back to life with ease. What once required struggle will now happen naturally. This is divine acceleration. And it was delayed only because your past had to be purified first. Now that it has, nothing can stop what's next. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. The woman may still carry shame, but you do not have to carry her story anymore. She did what she had to do. Now you must do what you were born to do, rise above it and walk forward in full power. You will not go backward, you will not reopen old wounds that have already been closed by truth. You will live freely and abundantly, no longer bound by hidden agendas. Your silence all those years was not weakness, it was wisdom. You didn't fight dirty, even when lies surrounded you. That's why heaven has fought for you in the background. And now, that fight is finished, the judgment is complete. The reward is on its way. Type Amen to get blessing 2789. If she returns again in the future, you will not fear her words. Because the power of deception has already been shattered. She no longer holds the secret, you now hold the light. Let this moment be a sacred ending. One that unlocks a beginning more beautiful than you imagined. You deserve what's coming, because you endured what almost broke you. The angels surrounding you are now clearing every pathway. Expect new favor, unexpected phone calls, divine connections, and financial upgrades. You will feel a sense of, finally, in your soul. And you will know deep down, it was worth the wait. It was worth the pain, because now, you are completely free. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. Archangel Michael says, let her return be a sign, not of pain, but of prophecy fulfilled. Let it remind you that no truth can stay hidden forever, and no soul can outrun divine timing. This was your moment of victory disguised as a confession. Now walk tall, let your name be heard in rooms where it was once smeared. Let your presence shake places where you were once rejected. This is your rebirth, and it begins with truth, continues with peace, and ends with glory. She returned, not to reopen wounds, but to free the chosen one she betrayed. You are that chosen one, and now, you rise unburdened. Forevermore. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. She came back to release you, but also to free herself from the weight she could no longer carry. Her truth may have been delayed, but divine timing is never wrong. You were strong enough to wait for it, and now you are strong enough to rise with it. This is not just closure, it is sacred elevation. It is heaven's way of restoring every moment you felt forgotten. The shift in your life will be felt by everyone around you, your glow will return. Your intuition will sharpen. You will wake up with purpose and go to sleep with peace. The lies that once tried to bury your name have now turned into stepping stones. What was used against you will now be used to build your platform. And no voice can cancel what heaven has already approved. Type Amen to get blessing 3113. You will no longer seek validation. Her return will remind you that you were always right to trust your inner knowing. You sensed the deception, and now you've seen the confirmation. The power of that old season has finally crumbled. You are no longer tied to the versions of yourself that were forced into survival. You now step into your destiny, clean, clear, and divinely guided. The woman may leave quietly, but the echo of her truth will continue to work miracles in your life. Doors that wouldn't budge will now swing open with grace. People who were blind to your value will now seek your wisdom. And you won't even need to speak about what happened. Your energy will say everything, because truth leaves behind a fragrance of power, and it's now surrounding you. Type Amen to get blessing 3227. There may be moments where you still feel emotional about what she said. Allow yourself to feel it all. Healing is not a performance, it's a divine process. You are not going backwards, you're just shedding the last layers, and with every tear, a new strength will be born. You're not the same person you were when she left all those years ago. You're wiser, you're chosen. You're finally aligned with your true path. Let this be your confirmation that the hardest battles are always followed by the most beautiful breakthroughs, and you are about to witness breakthrough after breakthrough. Because now, the truth has set your spirit free. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. In the coming days, expect unexpected blessings. An old opportunity may return, but this time with better alignment and better timing. You'll no longer have to beg, chase, or prove. Your energy is now magnetic. Your purpose is now louder than any lie that tried to silence it. And heaven is orchestrating divine movements on your behalf. People who turned away before will now try to reconnect. Let discernment guide you. You've already seen what hidden motives look like, now you're protected from them. You will walk into rooms that were once closed to you. You will sign papers that carry the future your heart has prayed for. And you will meet souls who recognize the light in you from the very first moment. Type Amen to get blessing 3471. This woman's return was not random. It was orchestrated by heaven to release what your spirit had long outgrown, and now that it's been spoken, you've officially stepped into a new spiritual rank. Your story isn't one of tragedy. It's a divine testimony of how truth, patience, and divine timing always win. Let the past be the soil from which your blessings bloom. Let every revelation become your reason to walk in power. Let every betrayal become the bridge that carried you into glory. Let this be the moment you say, I'm never going back. Because the person you are now has wings. And nothing from the past can keep you grounded. Soar, rise, reign. Type Amen to get blessing 3555. From this moment on, a spiritual wind will follow you. What once took months will now take minutes. What was stuck will now flow like never before. Your name will travel in rooms you've never stepped in. Your light will awaken favor in unexpected places, and your peace will disturb every dark presence that tried to attach itself to your life. You are not just free, you are favored. You are not just healed, you are called, and the return of her truth is the final proof that your journey has always been guided by divine hands. Walk forward now with quiet confidence. You do not owe anyone explanations. Your peace is proof enough, and your rise is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 3666. Archangel Michael says, the divine gate has been opened above you, the battle is over. The truth is known. The reward is unfolding, let no one convince you to look back. Your next is too glorious to be delayed. She returned, yes, but only as a messenger. Now that her role is complete, the rest is between you and heaven. Step boldly, chosen one. Your time has come, you are the testimony of what happens when light survives the shadows. You are the proof that truth always returns, even if it takes years. You are the living prophecy fulfilled, and from here forward, every step will echo. I am no longer bound. I am no longer waiting, I am fully free. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. From this point forward, even the atmosphere around you will begin to respond differently. People will sense a shift in you before you even speak. This is what happens when the weight of the past is lifted by a divine encounter. The woman's voice may fade into silence, but the truth she released will echo in the heavens. It is already opening pathways that were locked tight for too long. Even your ancestors have leaned forward to witness this moment. They knew this day would come. You are walking into rooms, carrying the power of release. Your feet are stepping where the blocked blessings have been waiting patiently for your arrival. What was once delayed is now being delivered without interference. The energy that used to be drained in worry is now restored and overflowing. You will notice you don't have to overthink anymore. The clarity is clean, sharp, and final. This is not temporary relief. This is permanent spiritual victory. Type Amen to get blessing 3888. The woman's confession sent a message to the unseen realm. The chosen one now stands in truth, and deception has lost its throne. From this moment, you are no longer walking with wounds, you are walking with wisdom. Every time you doubted your strength, remember this: you didn't need to fight dirty or beg for justice. Truth came to your door on its own. That is divine honor, and few ever experience it in this life. You will now find it easier to speak, to write, to share your story without tears, because now, it is no longer a tale of pain, it is a declaration of power. The people who once ignored your truth will now seek to learn from it. Those who believe the lies will start questioning everything. They will see the light in your eyes and realize they misunderstood your silence. And that misunderstanding will be their lesson, not your burden. Type Amen to get blessing 3999. Your spiritual armor is heavier now, but not from battle, from glory. Your aura carries the vibration of someone who survived spiritual warfare and came out golden. Let no voice disturb your peace again. You are not who you were when she left. You are not the version of you who needed closure to move on. You are now the version that commands truth and walks in unstoppable favor. You will no longer attract betrayal, you will attract divine partnerships. You will no longer second-guess your intuition. It's been confirmed, strengthened, and elevated. Your discernment is now your gift, and your peace is your protection. The woman's return was heaven's final stamp that the old cycle is broken. Let it be broken in your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, and your expectations. From here on, only truth may walk with you. Type Amen to get blessing 4111. Don't be surprised when money flows easily again. Don't be surprised when people begin to treat you with sudden respect. Don't be surprised when love finds you without the heaviness of past fears. Everything changes now because the truth changed everything. You waited. You prayed. You trusted, and now you are being repaid. In ways that exceed your imagination and stretch your capacity to receive. This was not just an emotional closure, it was a divine reset. You are being placed back in the center of your calling. And the voice of deception has been silenced once and for all. Let this be the moment you claim, I walk forward, untouched by the past, carried by the truth, and chosen by divine light. Let this be the moment you rise as who you were always meant to become. And never again allow the shadows of betrayal to question your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 4222. Now that the truth has cleared the air, every suppressed promise over your life is waking up. You will feel things begin to align quickly, almost like the universe was just waiting for this final truth to be spoken. Every delay, every confusion, and every betrayal has now turned into fertile soil for your miracles. That woman's return was not the end of a cycle, it was the divine ignition of your new beginning. The vibration around you has risen so high that nothing unclean can cling to your destiny anymore. This isn't just healing, this is divine preparation for elevation. You may begin to notice sudden urges to change your surroundings, your routines, your circle. This is the holy realm cleansing everything that doesn't match your new frequency. Don't resist the changes, they are heaven sent and earth approved. There are places your feet are about to walk that were spiritually locked to you until now. There are emails, messages, and surprises already written in the timeline ahead, waiting for you to arrive. And now that you've released the bondage of deception, nothing will hold you back. Type Amen to get blessing 4333. Your presence will now bring conviction in rooms that once overlooked you. Some will feel uncomfortable because the truth you carry now exposes their lies just by your existence. But don't lower your light to comfort their darkness. You were made to shine. That woman's words may still echo in your mind for a while. Let them echo, not as wounds but as wisdom. She confirmed what your soul already knew, and now you hold the confirmation like a sword of clarity. Do not be surprised when people who once ignored you now try to re-enter. They feel the shift. They sense your elevation. But you've changed, you no longer entertain low-frequency energy, your time of quiet suffering has ended. Now begins the season of loud favor and undeniable visibility. You will be seen for who you truly are, not the lie they painted, but the light you always carried. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. There's a divine scroll being unrolled in the heavens with your name at the top. It contains new instructions, new assignments, and new levels of spiritual authority. You will soon feel a divine pull toward people and projects that bring you closer to purpose. This is because your spiritual gate is now open, unblocked by deception, cleared by truth. The right people, with clean hearts and pure motives, will begin finding you easily. You won't need to chase, you'll only need to discern. The woman may think she was just closing a chapter. But she actually handed you the key to unlock the next dimension of your destiny, and she doesn't even know it, because what was meant to be is gone.